I could do a lot more if I stepped up and served our state.
All new at 6, Nevada is on track to make history. Come November, the Silver State could have more women than men in the legislature. Plus, social insecurity. Contact 13 exposes how your Social Security information may not be as secure as you might think.
I hurt people's feelings. That's what matters here, and for that I'm sorry.
Papa John himself speaking out after he used a racial slur on a business call when he says you haven't heard about that controversial phone call. But first, a tragic story here in the Valley. A Valley mother shot and killed, and her kids are the ones who found the body. Tonight, police are looking for the suspect. This all happened on Dealer's Choice Way near Boulder Highway in Tropicana this morning. That's where 13 Action News reporter Austin Carter is live right now. And Austin, who is Metro looking for?
Well, Tom, Metro broke down this crime scene literally just minutes ago after having this entire area here roped off for most of the day as officers focus their investigation on this home here behind me. Now you can see right now this sticker saying warning, keep out, left on the garage just inside. We're told one of the young kids made that horrific discovery. Now, according to Metro, this all started from a 911 call from a child inside of a home along the 4600 block of Dealer's Choice Way. That call coming in just before 9 o'clock this morning after that child found his mother inside a bed. That child telling dispatchers that they believed they were dead and had been shot. A total of 2 kids were inside the home at the time, both of them under the age of 10. Police say the woman was officially pronounced dead by officers when they arrived here at the scene. Now, Metro is looking for who they believe is the father of the 2 kids. Right now, they say they aren't sure if that man is the woman's boyfriend or her husband, but they are on the lookout for him. Now, back out here live, we do know that Metro is working with some of those family members so that way these 2 kids have a place to stay tonight. And we're going to stay out here to try to talk to some neighbors and people who live in this area, and we'll keep you posted on the very latest as soon as we get it on air and online at ktnv.com. Reporting live, Austin Carter, 13 Action News.
Yeah, some light showers coming down in parts of the valley. Clark County tweeted out a video of rain near the mountains. And definitely we've seen a pretty active week so far with weather. We want to go over to First Alert meteorologist Dan Bronis with what we can expect now. Monsoon season, anything can happen, right?
Yeah, anything can happen, and we're seeing some pretty strong storms across the area. Around the city, nothing right now. We are watching some heavier rain, nothing causing any flooding or anything severe over the mountain, with a small cell trying to move into Summerlin, but these storms all day long have struggled moving over the mountains. We've seen a little bit of rain Summerlin. I think that will continue, but the big area right now is out in Omoapa Valley, Overton, all the way down to Lake. Look at this line of storms. A lot of lightning with it. Some very, very heavy rainfall. This is all in rural areas except for Overton right now, seeing something. These storms going up to about 60,000 feet up in the sky. That's how high they are. So you know a lot of rain is being produced with this system. So we do have a flash flood warning issued until 8 o'clock tonight. 9 o'clock tonight, it looks like, for this area. You see that dark red and that green. Nothing for Las Vegas Valley. That's just a flood advisory. So this is saying, you know what? We could see a lot of water running in the washes, maybe some water on Interstate 15. So may not be the best day to move up into Mesquite if you're going to drive up there. That severe thunderstorm warning is for the lake and in Arizona. That will expire in 15 minutes. That was for a strong storm about 20 minutes ago. It has weakened since. Right now, 103 in Las Vegas. It's hot and humid outside, and we're going to continue with these temperatures like this all week. Monsoon chances continue, but I don't think we're going to see storms like today over the next couple of days. We'll take a look at that forecast coming up.
All right, thanks, Dan. Well, happening right now, a big part of the Spaghetti Bowl remains closed tonight. A live look at the area you see there right now. NDOT says the MLK off-ramps from northbound I-15 and northbound 95 will remain closed until 5 Monday morning. Work crews are expected to demolish a freeway bridge during the closure. And remember, we've got your back for a look at the current traffic conditions and ways around it. Just head on over to ktnv.com/traffic. Well, tonight, Metro Police sending out another plea to all of us to be extra careful on the roads.
So we're out on the scene of yet another fatal accident that could have been avoided. Right behind me is one of our new installed crosswalks called a HOP crosswalk. It's about $100,000, and it allows the pedestrian to push a button and actually make a red light where vehicles have to stop. Together, if we work as a community, we can prevent these fatalities and make this a better community for us all to live. Thank you. I hope not to see you again this weekend.
Important message there. Police once again taking to social media to warn us about the dangers of jaywalking. The video titled "Another Stupid Deadly Decision" was posted yesterday. It comes after a pedestrian was killed near Sahara and Maryland Parkway, and as you heard that officer say, that victim did not use a crosswalk. And that story has a lot of people fired up on Facebook. Scott Vika writes in part, and Jeff Editing writes, "When I lived there, I wondered why the police were so hard on jaywalkers. I soon learned, keep up the enforcement, you're saving lives." Well, new at 6 tonight, this November, for the first time ever in American history, a state could have more women than men in its legislature. With a record number of female candidates, that could soon happen right here in Nevada. I talked with one candidate working to make history. With a garage full of signs and flyers, lawyer Shay Backus has been pounding the pavement.
I figured I could do a lot more if I stepped up and served our state.
She's running as a Democrat for State Assembly in District 37 in the Northwest Valley, one of dozens of women in both parties on the ballot this fall.
We are working women, we're mothers, we're wives, we're doing a lot of things, and so it's just finding the time to do it.
And groups like Emerge Nevada are helping train women how to run and how to win.
Sometimes I think women need to just encourage other women to run for public office, and I needed that little push.
There are already a record 24 women in the legislature, one of the highest in the country. One of them, Senator Ivana Cancela, says they have a women's caucus in Carson City, and this year, with many inspired by the Women's March and women's rights under attack at the federal level, she hopes more will join them.
I think women are stepping up to say, not only is that not okay, but we're going to fight back in a massive way to make sure that women's rights are protected across the board.
In fact, this November, all it would take is 8 more women to win for Nevada to become the first state in the country with a female majority legislature.
Things do happen here. It's not just for an exclusive group of people to step up and be a political figure.
It's something Backus says voters are excited about as she goes door to door. A chance for the Silver State to break the glass ceiling.
The first majority legislature in our country. It's huge.
And I think it'd be something that we should celebrate across Nevada, regardless of political persuasion, because it really makes us the first in doing something that is truly historical.
And at the federal level, along with Senator Catherine Cortez Masto, if Jackie Rosen wins in November, both of Nevada's U.S. senators would be women, as well as potentially 2 out of our 4 seats in Congress. Well, looking ahead to next week now, survivors of the Parkland High School shooting will be in Las Vegas for a town hall. It's Monday at 6 p.m. at Sierra Vista High School. This is all part of the March for Our Lives initiative. Valley students will join with Parkland students for gun violence prevention. Route 91 survivors will also be at the town hall. Well, it's the one thing that's unique to you, the one thing you don't want to share with anyone else. But as Contact 13 Chief Investigator Darcy Spears found out, there's an issue with the agency charged with keeping your Social Security number safe.
And I'll probably end up in a wheelchair or not being able to walk or possibly losing my eyesight.
Derek Green's multiple sclerosis in many ways makes him a spectator in his own life.
I miss out on spending a lot of time with my kids.
Though he wishes he didn't have to, he relies on Social Security disability to pay the bills.
I feel pretty worthless without being able to work and, take care of my family.
But he does have to work to keep the benefits he counts on.
The fact that they're re-asking you to reprove that you're still sick.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no cure.
Social Security regularly reviews the cases of people getting disability benefits. Every year, Derek and others like him have to fill out forms.
And then over here, put down the name of the doctor.
And provide current medical information.
But we already sent them all the same paperwork anyway.
So the government can decide if they're still disabled under federal rules.
And we have to prove that it's difficult to work, and we have to prove that, he hasn't woken up one morning and said, whoa, I'm going to be a dancer.
When Derek got his paperwork this time around, he discovered a serious slip-up by Social Security.
Just stupid. Careless, how can somebody make a mistake like that?
Derek's envelope was suspiciously thick.
All of a sudden, there's another name that doesn't belong to Derek.
And another, and another, and another. 5 people in all, complete with their home addresses and Social Security numbers.
I was shocked. I was worried about how many people got my Social Security number and home address, and if they were going to steal my identity.
Oh, your Social Security number is the key to your identity.
13 Action News crime and safety expert and retired Metro Lieutenant Randy Sutton worries about how many other packets like this may have gone out.
The real dilemma is that the Social Security Administration has huge amounts of data. If they don't safeguard it, how are people supposed to be safe from identity theft.
We decided to see how easy it would be to track people down using these forms.
I have her full middle name, I have the year she was born, I have her age, I know she moved here from Miami. There's a lot you can find out about someone when you have their social security number.
In most cases,
yep, got her. Here's a phone number.
It took only moments.
Michaela, this is Darcy Spears calling from Channel 13. How are you?
She says Social Security never told her they'd compromised her personal information.
Infuriated is the word you would use. Yeah, that's a good one too.
Where we could find phone numbers, we left messages for the others.
Here's another one. You know, this is we don't know if it's on a large scale or a small scale, and we'll probably never get the answer from the Social Security Administration. You can guarantee that.
Social Security would not take questions or give answers on camera. They sent an email saying the incident is a very rare occurrence and the result of human error. They say they don't track how often it happens, but that one incident is too many. As a result of our investigation, they've provided employees with training and reminders to protect sensitive information. Darcy Spears, 13 Action News.
Good warning there. Thanks, Darcy. Well, new tonight, Papa John himself is breaking his silence after he was reported using a racial slur on a business call. He says his marketing agency blackmailed him to keep it quiet.
They said, you know, we've got this issue. In fact, they even said if you don't, they wanted $6 million to make it go away. Like, well, pay me $6 million.
As his pizza empire crumbles around him, John Schnatter says his words were taken out of context, but he takes responsibility for what he said and he apologizes.
And I repeated something that somebody else said and said we're not going to say that. We don't use that kind of language and vocabulary. And sure, it got taken out of context and sure, it got twisted, but that doesn't matter. I hurt people's feelings. That's what matters here. And for that, I'm sorry.
Now, since the call came to light, Schnatter's name and likeness have been removed from the University of Louisville's Cardinal Stadium. The pizza mogul also stepped down from the university's Board of Trustees, which he's served on for the past 2 years. After a tough road back to Wimbledon, Serena Williams was defeated of the crown. Angelique Kerber claimed her first title over the 7-time champion. It's the 3rd Grand Slam title for Kerber. Williams was seeking a record-tying 24th Grand Slam title 10 months after having her first child. Well, a heart-stopping road rage incident all caught on camera. An SUV rams into a vehicle, taking out its front door. What the drivers did after this bizarre exchange. Plus, a Valley couple is on edge after a peculiar crime, what crooks stole from them, and why they're so nervous tonight. And later, Contact 13 exposes the newest way to stay safe. One thing in your kitchen could prevent your car from getting stolen.
And outside, we have some heavy rain right now near Overton, Moapa. This is east of Las Vegas, not moving into the city. I'm going to break down how heavy that rain is right now and show you what the forecast looks like for Las Vegas this evening.
Caught on camera, a bizarre case of road rage in Los Angeles. In this cell phone video, you see the Jeep slam right into that empty Prius, sending the door off its hinges. Hard to tell what led up to that crash, but a second angle helps fill in some of the blanks. This is surveillance video from a pizza shop nearby. You see the Prius stop there at that intersection. Then the driver gets out and actually throws something at the Jeep. Then the Jeep tries to go around the Prius, but rear ends it instead. That's when the Prius driver gets out again, bringing us back to that viral cell phone video.
I heard a bunch of cars honking and screeching, and I step outside and I look over there and there's a car driving off with another car's door stuck to it and some guy chasing it and kicking and punching the car.
Nobody was hurt, and despite all that chaos on camera, LAPD says both drivers stuck around to exchange insurance information until officers got there. A missing Oregon woman is found in California, suffering from what appear to only be minor injuries after her car plunged off a cliff. ABC's David Packer has this incredible rescue.
A happy ending in the search for Angela Hernandez, the 23-year-old Oregon woman missing for more than a week.
We just found word that my sister was found.
Hernandez left Portland last week, headed to her sister's home in Southern California. She texted her sister the morning of July 6th, telling her she was getting back on the road after spending the night behind this Safeway in Half Moon Bay in San Mateo County.
Angela always answered her phone and always replied. And by, she left here right before 8 a.m. By 10 o'clock, Isabel called her, and Angela wasn't answering anymore. It would ring and go to voicemail.
San Mateo County handed the investigation over to the Monterey County Sheriff's Office after surveillance video showed Hernandez traveling south on Highway 1. Using her cell phone, authorities were able to trace her location to an area about an hour south of Half Moon Bay, but a search by air Friday morning turned up no sign of Hernandez. A couple walking on the beach in Big Sur discovered Hernandez near a trail 200 feet down a cliff, her car partially in the water. Big Sur Fire, California Highway Patrol, and the Monterey County Sheriff's Department all responding to the scene. Hernandez telling rescuers to stay hydrated. She used a radiator hose to siphon water from a nearby stream. Her sister overcome with emotion.
I just want to thank everybody. I'm sorry, I'm like in shock. Everybody that helped. It's day 7, and you guys all helped us through the whole thing.
Hernandez was taken to a nearby hospital for treatment of her injuries. Dave Packer, ABC News, New York.
Nancy Sinatra, the childhood sweetheart and first wife of Frank Sinatra, has died. Her daughter made the announcement last night. Nancy and Frank had 3 children. The two married in 1939, just before his career took off. The couple moved to Los Angeles and later divorced. Nancy is survived by 2 remaining children. She was 101 years old. A Valley family says their security camera was snatched in the middle of the night. The LaRose family lives near West Cliff and Rainbow. They say a crook took their Ring doorbell, leaving only behind the mounting bracket. They realized it the next morning when they tried to check their system, and they say it's not just about the $200 they lost.
I didn't know if they could come back. I turned on all my lights. And then naturally I was up all night.
Pretty scary, and years ago the family's home was broken into while they were sleeping. Now they're just trying to stay as positive as possible.
Now 13 First Alert Weather.
We got a lot to get to right now with your forecasts. We have a lot of showers and thunderstorms across the area, but of course, Las Vegas, we are dry right now. We're not seeing anything, nor have we really much today. We had a few light showers earlier around Summerlin. Right now, any showers over the mountains are just showers and not seeing any heavy rain at this time, with some of that light rain trying to move in the city, but nothing is lasting. As soon as it hits that 215 area, everything's just dying off. So that chance of rain not looking too great, but look at this cluster of storms just to our northeast right now. This is over Overton. Very heavy rain sitting in the same spot. This is over Lake Mead, right near Overton, and in very rural areas of Clark County. This is all to the southeast of Interstate 15 right now, and this is producing a lot of rain with quite a few lightning strikes. And we're also watching a few showers and thunderstorms pop up right now around Searchlight. Now, if you're seeing these dark reds on the radar, that is some extremely heavy rain, so maybe some ponding water on some of the roads. Now, we have a lot of stuff going on across the area. You can see looking at the satellite radar, a lot of moisture still going on. I want to zoom back in right now and show you what's happening with these watches, because that storm cluster back in Moapa, Overton area, that is producing a flash flood warning now until 9 o'clock. That is stating that, you know what, there's so much water falling from these storms that it's rushing so fast down some of these streams. It's filling up some roads out there, so Overton, Moapa Valley, you might see some flooding in some isolated areas. This green box is a flood advisory, nothing for Las Vegas. This is just outside Las Vegas. That's until 11. This is stating, you know what, we've seen a lot of rain. You might see water in areas you don't typically see standing water, so just watch out for that. But this red box is more important, as in flash flooding is water that could be flowing extremely fast, and that is dangerous. Let's talk about the heat, because it's going on. 34 days at 100. That's $3,400 donated since Memorial Day. Raising Cane's is donating to Make-A-Wish. 106. That was that high today. It was hot and humid across Las Vegas. Even right now, temperatures still hot, above 100 degrees. 94 though, Summerlin. We're going to see temperatures drop back to the 80s tonight. Dew points still in the mid 50s, so a little sticky out there, not as bad as this morning. Dew points were in the mid 60s, so that's 10 degrees less. Dew points is what we look at to see how much moisture there is actually in the air. The muggy scale, you know, dew points tomorrow probably around 55, so call it sticky. Monday, Tuesday, a little bit lower. Futurecast showing you storms still possible over tonight. I think as we go into the overnight hours, we could watch a batch of storms move in from the north, but I think most of the models now are underplaying or overplaying it a little bit, so I don't think that's going to happen. These storms out there right now near Moapa kind of sucking up a lot of the energy we're going to see overnight tonight. So we're probably going to remain dry, but there is that outside chance we could see a storm across Las Vegas this evening. A lot of water in the sky as we go through the next few days. That won't change a whole lot either. And take a look at the 7-day forecast. We're going to see quite a bit of heat if my graphics want to go there, it doesn't look like they want to, but we're going to see heat. There we go. About 105 tomorrow, so not terrible, but still with that humidity, it's going to be sticky. 107s Monday, Tuesday, chance of rain every day, about 10%, but then Tuesday, Wednesday, I think we're going to uptick that chance to about 20%, and we'll drop the temperatures a few degrees with that.
All right, thanks, Dan. Well, there's a new way that's supposed to prevent thieves from breaking into cars. It involves something we use in the kitchen. We're seeing if it works and asking, is it really necessary? From Contact 13 now, we're always trying to keep you updated on the newest ways to stay safe. Well, this one really caught our attention. A former FBI agent says aluminum foil could be the key to preventing your car from getting stolen. Well, Scripps investigative reporter Jace Larson putting that to the test for us and seeing if this is something that we really need to do.
Stealing cars has gone high-tech. Just watch. No smashed windows, no noisy car alarms, just a guy hopping right into your car after stealing your wireless key code. It's all snagged using a high-tech device.
You know, as consumers, we need to keep educating ourselves about cybersecurity risks.
Holly Hubert is a former FBI agent and is now the CEO of Global Security IQ. She says we could protect ourselves with something you find in your kitchen by wrapping your keys in aluminum foil.
Is this an acceptable solution to this issue? And while it's not ideal, it can be an issue.
Aluminum foil can act as a poor man's protectant for your key fob. You just wrap it around like that. The only problem is if you try to unlock your car with your key fob in the tin foil, it doesn't work. So you're gonna have to take it out every time you want to unlock your car. There are also other options if you want to stay safe. They make blocker purses and wallets that you can put your things in to keep them away from these code grabbers.
You can commonly buy a wallet with RFID shield in the wallet, which is really a good practice.
Just another way to stay safe in a world of growing cyber thieves. I'm Jace Larson.
Martha Stewart has announced an outdoor food and wine festival planned for right here in Las Vegas. The wine and food experience will be held on October 13th at the Las Vegas Festival Grounds. That's on Sahara and the Las Vegas Boulevard. The 3-hour tasting event will cost you $85. It includes a cooking demonstration from Stewart. Tickets go on sale this morning starting at 10. Well, Dan has another look at your forecast, but right now here's a live look outside the valley. We'll be right back.
All right, well, we got some heavy rain across some parts of Clark County. Nothing really around the city. You can tell by that radar. There's really nothing pushing through right now. We'll watch for more storms to fire up possibly this evening. Heavier rain. Look at the colors. You see some purple there on that radar near Overton over the lake. And that's drifting slowly to the south. We do have a flash flood warning issued for that area near Moapa, Overton until 9 o'clock. Mostly rural areas except for Overton, Logandale, Moapa seeing under that, they're under that flash flood warning. But a flood advisory also for parts of Clark County until 11. Chance of rain going down tomorrow, but still about 10% through the week, maybe 20% for Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, well, here's a look at what's coming up in tonight's primetime lineup here on ABC at 8, America's Funniest Home Videos, 9, Truth and Lies, and Family Manson. Then keep it right here for 13 Action News live at 11. We will see you then.